Hey guys, my name's Scott Bowling. I have a YouTube show called Good Company with Bowling.
What's up? This is Clint Lowry from Seven Dust.
Hey, what's up? This is Sonny Mayo.
Hey, Ricky Rackman.
And you're watching Good Company with Scott Bowling.
I've interviewed bands like Limp Bizkit, Fozzy, Seven Dust, Korn. I've had Chris Farley's brother, Tom Farley, on the show. My show is kind of like a modern day Wayne's World. If you love a good interview, a good rock interview, or just any kind of interview, please, if you get a chance, check out my show, Good Company with Bowling.
As Tommy Lee said to Pam Anderson, girl, don't go away, mad. Just go away. She did.
Did Tommy divorce Pam?
No, she filed for divorce.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How did you not know that? They had the role after the episodes were over to say that Pam filed for divorce 2 weeks after Tommy got sentenced to jail.
Because I didn't wait. The minute I see credits, I'm out.
Well, it gave a little update as to where everybody is and what they're doing as of today, and all that kind of shit. But the 8-episode Pam and Tommy Lee saga ended this week.
Thank God.
And I watched the last 3 episodes this afternoon to bring this segment to the table.
Right.
So anyway, I'm going to tell you. As funny as Seth Rogen used to be about 10 or 12 years ago, this guy is just an out-and-out pussy.
He's a bum.
Just the begging for forgiveness and the karma bullshit and all that garbage going on. It's like, do you think that actually happened?
No.
I didn't think so.
I don't think that he went on his apology tour. Tommy, Pam, I'm sorry what I did to you. Stop it. Just stop it. You're getting fucking beat up by mobsters and you're worried about Tommy giving you forgiveness? Fuck off.
Yeah. I'm sorry for what I did to you, Pam. And then walking out of the Grauman's Chinese Theater and walking up to a Pam lookalike and apologizing to her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for all the hurt and the pain I've caused you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Just, dude, the last episode, and we can talk about all of them, but that last episode was vomit inducing. It really was. I watched it over not McMuffins, muffins. What do you call those? Just English muffins. I was having an English muffin breakfast. I was having a nice English muffin with raisins on it. I was like, this is fucking good. I'm trying to eat right. I'm trying to be a little more healthy,
Sure.
Not overdoing it with cream cheese or butter or any of that bullshit, right? I'm like sitting down to have a nice fucking breakfast, a little bit of coffee, sitting there, and all of a sudden I started getting that bad taste in my mouth. And the further I watched into the show, the more that bad taste. And then I started getting that pull in the back of my throat like I was going to throw up. It just was fucking terrible. Awful.
Well, where we had left off 3 weeks ago, they were marketing that tape. And it kept going bigger and bigger, going from just them selling it over the, through the internet and mailing it in the envelopes to where bootleggers got it. And they were selling it as a bootleg. And then,
sure.
I don't know, it got into DVD form. Yeah.
I don't have it on DVD, but it may have. I don't think DVD was out then, was it? 96?
No, that was still would have been the laser discs.
Yeah, I don't think it was
but
on that.
in the episode there near the end, they were showing it in DVD on the shelf, you know.
Yeah, well, that could just be like everything else in that show. It could just be another piece that's fucked up.
Right. Well, the telling thing in the what made me actually laugh is that Motley was promoting Generation Swine.
Yeah.
And as things were winding down there, once the video rights were signed over to that internet company,
right,
who was streaming it for free.
Right.
They showed that finally it had peaked and it was now on the downward slide.
Sure.
And they were making a comparison that Motley was on the downward slide too, because the guy at the CD store grabbed up a handful of the Motley Generation Swine discs and moved them from the normal sale rack to the
bargain bin.
Bargain bin.
Yeah, he took 2 handfuls of them and moved them over.
That's the part that made me laugh. He just had grabbed a big couple handfuls of their CDs and moved it to the bargain bin.
Dude, and we can pick every episode apart, but I'm going to start with one piece that just told me how cheap and pathetic this fucking movie was, or this series was.
Okay.
How pathetic was it that they had a performance piece with Motley Crue not playing a Motley Crue song because they couldn't get the rights to any of the Motley songs?
Weren't they playing something from Generation Swine?
No.
What was the song?
It was just something that they fucking invented. It was not a Motley song at all.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was a Generation Swine song. That's how long it's been since I've heard that disc.
No, it was just some bullshit. It wasn't a true Motley song. They couldn't get the rights to the Motley, to anything from Motley, so they just pretended to have a song.
All right.
But why would you put a 5-minute, and that was a long segment.
Yeah.
They played a whole song. It was definitely 4 or 5 minutes of song that doesn't even exist. It was stupid.
Yeah. And did when they were doing their little press thing in front of Tower Records there on Sunset Boulevard, did Nikki actually, or Nikki, I can't remember if it was Nikki or Tommy who said that it was a 9-inch crew. Did he say that? 9-inch crew?
On the show he did, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said something to the effect like, well, this disc has got a whole mix of everything from industrial to rock. He goes, welcome to 9-inch crew. I think that's what he said. Then he goes, who wants a piece?
Yeah. Nobody wanted a piece. That was the thing. No one wanted a piece of that fucking bomb.
Oh my God. But that was absolutely hysterical, just moving that disc from the normal sale bin to the bargain bin.
Yeah, it really whoops, sorry. Yeah, it was just horrible. The whole everything about this fucking special was terrible. In my mind, was just god awful. I don't know. I didn't enjoy a minute of it.
Well, and the other part is this what was Seth Rogen's name in the movie?
Rand.
This guy ends up being a broke dick.
Right.
He gets absolutely nothing. Pam makes Tommy sign over the rights to the video to that video company out of Portland, Oregon, and that guy ends up turning around and selling it to
Vivid.
Yeah, or something Vision.
It was Vivid Entertainment.
Vivid Entertainment, what, for 15 million?
Yeah. And then Vivid made 77 million.
Yeah. so Pam Anderson made Tommy Lee sign over the rights to the video, and this guy took it and sold it, made $15 million from it.
Yeah. And that whole thing about, I don't want anything from it, Tommy. Ugh, and that whole thing was terrible.
Yeah. Oh,
go ahead.
The other thing is when this was so faggy, and I can't even imagine Tommy saying this for real.
Yeah.
So people who saw the video and Tommy's out in public hanging out in a bar with Nikki, and a guy is commenting and he says, "Hey dude, congratulations." And he goes, "For what?" He goes, "Dude, swinging that kind of meat." And he was, doing the hump with the boat horn,
Right.
And he goes, "Yeah, that's real funny, dude." And he goes over there and starts wanting to beat him up and shit.
Right.
And he goes, "Everybody's looking at my dick. Everybody's looking at my dick." And Nikki goes, "Dude, you love showing your dick." He says, "Remember the Civic Auditorium in Peoria, and you remember this and that where you whipped it out?" And he goes, "Yeah, but that was me doing it. This was non-consensual."
Right.
What a dope.
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
He did not say that. Come on.
Everybody's looking at my dick. Like, Tommy Lee cares, please.
Yeah, Tommy didn't care. Why would you care? And you're fucking swinging that kind of a fucking cock around.
I know, but that's the funny thing. Like, he was all put out, that people were looking at his dick unsolicited or without consent.
No.
Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Dude, there was a lot of just reaching for shit in this whole thing. Just a lot of dumb stuff in it. When Rand was all of a sudden a hitman.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Doing collections for Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, get out of here. He may have had to do that, but I don't think he was this big pussy. I'm crying in my car. Now I'm shocking somebody with a taser. It's one or the other. You
Give me the fucking money, man. You did this to yourself, man.
And if he could run, and I mean, I guess this is hindsight at this point, but if he ran later, why didn't he run originally?
Yeah.
That seemed pretty dumb too.
Yeah. And again, this guy was always a broke dick, but yet he always had money to be out doing shit and driving around and going places and doing all kinds of stuff. But then he's living with his ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife, who's now a lesbian.
Right.
Because he can't afford a place his own, but
just give me 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Shut up.
Yeah.
Why are you begging this broad? Jesus Christ.
And the other thing is writing Tommy Lee a letter and said, "Meet me at the Dodger Stadium."
Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm sure.
And Tommy,
that happened. Tommy just did.
He just shows up there with a bag full of money. Sure he did.
Sure he did.
And then he sets it on fire and whips it over the fence.
Yeah, I'm sure all of that happened.
That stuff went up like rice paper.
Yeah, like he doused it in gasoline before he showed up. Yeah, dude, that whole site, that was maybe the worst scene of the whole movie. Was that? What did Pamela do to you? What did you do to her? Oh, Jesus.
And the other thing is, so Tommy allegedly pulls into the Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
Then he sees this flashlight flashing at him.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he get out of his car and walk all the way across the parking lot? Why didn't he just drive over there?
Well, dramatic effect.
Me, I would have just there's a guy flashing his flashlight. If I was actually going to go meet somebody, I would just drive over there.
What do you think the odds are that a famous guy is going to fucking meet somebody one-on-one that's flashing a flashlight at him in the dark?
Well, that was the dumb premise to begin with, but
yeah.
But all logic tells you you're not just going to walk over there.
Yeah. And then have a conversation. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense.
And show up with money.
Yeah. Oh, I'll pay it. He wouldn't pay for the fucking work that he did, but he's going to pay to not have the tape removed or whatever. He's going to pay to have a voodoo spell taken off him. Get the fuck out of here with that. Dude, it was so stupid.
Everything was dumb.
It's a terrible, terrible, terrible show.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of the worst shows that you've ever watched.
Yeah. Well, definitely. The premise was dumb. I mean, because obviously the story was well known for people who were around 25 years ago.
Right.
What was it? That was 86, right?
96, yeah.
Or 96, 06, 16. Yeah, 25, 26 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. So it's stupid.
Yeah. Well, as if it wasn't stupid enough. Look at this fucking headline.
All
you're
right.
you're not gonna believe this. Seems that Mini Tommy believes that there should be more episodes, and he's got an idea how to do it.
Sebastian Stan. Who's that?
That's Mini Tommy. That's Tommy in the show.
Oh, he's the actor.
Yeah, Mini
played
Tommy, as I like to call him.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
5'5" Tommy, not 6'5" Tommy.
Right.
But he has an idea on how they could make more episodes of this fucking show.
What, Tommy sits in jail for 6 months?
Dude, well, his idea is, I think we could always have explored it more and deeper, Stan told Entertainment Weekly on Thursday, March 10th. You could have made another 8 episodes, even going further into the story.
Like how?
How much further can you go? Come on. As for if he actually would return for a Pam and Tommy season 2, if offered, Stan responded, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'm not sure actually at this point because there's never going to be a season 2.
Right.
What would season 2 be?
I don't know. Tommy going to jail?
And then coming out and doing Methods of Mayhem?
Right.
Singing about the tape? The struggle he had to, if he should write Get Naked, to talk about that fucking tape? Would that be the big move? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, as far as like timelines are concerned,
Yeah.
how far apart did Pamela have two children? How far apart was that? I mean, because it seemed like, according to the show anyway, they were nearing the end of their road and they still hadn't had their first kid yet.
Oh, well, that could be off. Did Pam and Tommy. Let's see. Brandon was born in June of 96, and their second son, Dylan, arrived in December of 97.
Okay. So it wasn't very long.
No, not at all. Once that canal got its stitches out, Tommy reinvaded.
I guess.
Jeez, good for him. He fucked the goodness out of that girl. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He really did.
I just never understand that. If you got a piece like Pamela Anderson, it's like, well, why do you want to ruin that?
No, I don't know. He really did, though.
Like, I want to put a baby in you.
No.
Why do you want to do that?
Why? You're the drummer of Motley Crue. Just practice. Just practice. But it is weird because I on that part of the show, I actually kind of believe that Tommy was probably in some way that weird, crazy guy, but also the trying to be good husband guy too.
Yeah.
I do believe that part because I've seen Pam do other interviews, like even more, like I saw her do an interview with Howard Stern in 2010, maybe, might even be a little longer than that, but after the looks had faded and stuff, the more current Pam.
Mm-hmm.
And she still talks about that Tommy was a good dad and that Tommy, put the time in to raise his kids and shit. And, when he wasn't on tour, he was really putting in the time to spend time with them and whatnot. So he probably was on some level, but he's a goofball.
Until his kid wanted to beat him up.
Yeah, well, his kid did.
Yeah.
Probably saw Tommy acting like a fucking fool for all those years and gave him a good smack.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a strange story, but boy, they couldn't end this thing fast enough for me. I was going into each episode, I was just like, oh man. I don't know how you were able to fucking bottle it up and watch 3 hours of it at once. That would have killed me.
I just wanted to get it through and get it done instead of forgetting what I just saw the week before or whatever. Right. I just wanted to have it fresh in my mind and, sew all the pieces together.
Ugh. I had to watch it week by week just so that it was only like 45 minutes of wrecking my day.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Then that Rand, taking that money that he was supposed to pay Andrew Dice Clay and giving it to his soon to be ex.
Yeah.
Give her 10 grand.
Yeah. So if you were willing to do that and not pay Andrew Dice Clay, why didn't you just run at the beginning?
So dumb.
Yeah, it was terrible. The whole thing was terrible.
And then that Nick Offerman, his partner,
Yeah.
is just running off to, where was he in Sweden?
Amsterdam or somewhere.
Amsterdam, and fucking nasty fat chicks.
Yeah. I can believe that part.
Yeah.
A porn guy running away with the money.
Every time you see this guy, he's laying around with chicks all the time. Is that your full-time job?
Yeah.
I mean, I love hanging out with chicks and stuff, but this guy was just like a habitual. Every scene, he's like, banging chicks. It's like you can only bang so much.
Well, not when you're on coke.
I guess.
Just how did he not die? Every time they showed him, he was doing lines of coke and banging chicks.
Yeah.
It's like, how did he not fucking die? Well, maybe he's dead now. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad it's over. I'll say that much. This was a horrible experiment for the CMS.
So what did you discover in the chat?
As far as what?
I thought you said there was like a revelation. Was that?
Oh, that
there could be more.
Yeah, he wants to do more episodes of this fucking show.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Why would you do more? Is there any reason?
Maybe he needs the money.
Nah, dude, that guy, from what everybody tells me, that guy's like fairly famous in like all
right?
of the. He's like in the Marvel movies or something, or DC.
This is the first time I've ever seen or ever heard of the guy.
Nah, I mean that's a world I do not know. So, I can't speak on that at all. But I know this. I won't be watching them do any more Tommy Lee. If they have a season 2, I will not be a participant.
Yeah,
not at all.
Do you think that when Pam and Tommy checked into that casino hotel, that when he left the room and was down drinking and hanging out with the fans and goofing and talking, that Pam came out of the room just wearing her robe, her robe, looking for him in the casino? Yeah.
Did I think what? Did that happen?
That actually happened?
No. Not at all. Nor do I think that they were surprised that when they walked into a casino as Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, that they were shocked that people recognized them. Fuck out of here with that.
And getting all pissed off that people were calling to them and shit.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they? They were the most famous couple on the planet at that moment.
Right. Of course.
At that moment, they literally were the most notorious couple on the planet.
Right.
And then they were surprised that you go to Sin City and the people in Sin City are fucking saying, "Hey, Tommy, Pam, what's up?" Yeah, just the whole thing was dumb.
Yeah. What did you think about the throwback scene prior to Pam Anderson becoming known, and she was still just some girl working at a greasy spoon in Canada, and gets spotted by the Labatt Blue camera at a ball game?
I think that really happened, didn't it?
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying, what did you think of the way that they portrayed that whole thing?
I thought what was more ridiculous was that the boyfriend that was clearly in over his head was going to be such a fucking bossy dick about things.
Right. Of course.
It's like, dude, you are dating so far above your pay grade. That guy should have been doing neighborhood 4s and he's got a fucking all-time 20.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that guy's going to be the one that's going to start dictating shit. That guy should be just fucking, hey, whatever you need, babe, just let me bang you again.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't the glamorous Pam though. She was just the girl next door Pam,
which to me was even hotter.
but it had you not known, if you had seen Pam prior to her being famous or being discovered,
yeah,
do you think you would have had the same reaction?
Oh yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. The earliest pictures of Pam were just
but,
like,
but
wow.
if you didn't know her as Pam Anderson and she was just some girl, say you just saw her at a ball game and she wasn't discovered or famous, or you didn't even know who she was at the time, would she still have that jaw dropping effect on you?
I think she probably would have. Yeah.
You think so?
You've never had that with a chick where you just see a chick at some place and you're just like, holy smokes, is that other level? You've never had that?
Well, it doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't happen often, but you don't run into somebody that looks like Pamela Anderson when she was 20 often either.
Well, a girl, and we've talked about this before on the show, is I've been rewatching The Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I'm nearing the end of season 4 now.
Okay.
And they got the young Smurf in there now.
Oh yeah.
She is an unusually beautiful girl.
Absolutely.
Just something about her. She is just stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like, how in the hell did Sean Penn knock that down?
No money. but dude, if you saw her at a ball game or something, you wouldn't be like, holy fuck, look at how hot she is.
Yeah, but again, she's made up on TV, and she's made up to look a certain way on television. But in real life, if she was just out bumming around before she became a actress, what are the chances?
Dude, I'm like that with regular girls now. Who are we kidding here? I see regular girls at the fucking, a store or a party or something, and I'm just like, God damn it. I'm constantly like, that is fucking grade A pussy. And that's real regular girls that are just regular girls.
Right.
Dude, I'll point to one. We've talked about it years ago now, like 10 years ago. But remember the girl that I did the body shots off here at the party at my house?
Yeah.
That girl, her name is Jess, and she is fucking stunning.
Yeah.
Like,
have you seen her lately? Are you still in contact with her?
Mm-hmm.
And has she maintained?
Yes. Yeah, she's still a stunning looking girl. Like. But when you when you just meet her, when you just run into her, like, which I have at parties and different things, it's one of those where you just kind of, hey, what's up? Ooh, what's up? It's literally that level of whoa, hold on.
Well, the thing is, it also has to do with their, not only their looks, but the way that they carry themselves, their charisma, or whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm. Well, I constantly lead with fucking my dick. I constantly am like, I'm letting my dick decide before my brain does half the time. I definitely, I have no doubt in my mind, if I ran into Pam before she was Pam in a grocery store, I would have been like, God damn it, that's fucking nice.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. And if she wasn't with somebody, I would have done the ring scan and walked right up to her.
The ring.
Guaranteed. I guarantee I would have done that.
Right.
That's just how I always have been.
Well, I gotta tell you, I don't know if it's the pandemic or if it's just the changing in the society or whatever, but man, I'll tell you what, there are very few really good looking young women these days.
Well, it's because they all have fucking blue hair that's shaved on one side and fucking 14 piercings in their face and a neck tattoo.
Yeah. It's rare when I see a very attractive, younger woman.
They're there. You need to watch a little more porn. You'll find them.
No, I'm not talking on porn. I'm talking talking in public. Just out in the store, or walking down the street, or just out in public.
Yeah, well, I mean, who is out in public? That's a question all by itself. Who is truly out in public?
Because all the the girls that I've seen, say, in the last couple of years, they like you mentioned, number one, most of them are way overweight.
Sure.
And number two, they've got the fucked up hair, and then they got the studious glasses on now. They all wear those those
Yeah,
bigger,
the big black glasses with no lenses.
well, they have lenses, I'm sure, but there's just nothing about them. Nothing.
Well, that's a societal thing, dude. That's that whole, you need to appreciate me for who I am, not what I look like, man.
I just like, oof, boy.
You're a disgusting man, Neely.
Yeah,
that's what you are.
Just not seeing it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, they all try to downplay their look.
I guess.
None of them want you to fucking want to fuck them until you want to fuck them. Until you've spent a good amount of money getting to that point. And then you're allowed to be like sexy with them. But you're not even, the old days are gone, bro. The old days of, sending your chick up the steps and giving her a little slap on the ass as you fucking make your way up. That day is done, bro.
Yeah.
So, see, now look at that picture in the chat room of Pam.
All right.
Come on. There's never a time I could look at that and not say, wow, that's really hot.
Let's see here. No, I'm not saying she's not hot.
You wouldn't just notice her no matter what situation?
I'm talking about prior to knowing that that's Pam Anderson.
Well, this is before she was famous.
But no, she was made up for the Labatt Blue poster.
Yeah, all right, but she is fucking stunning in that picture.
Well, she is. I mean, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, before she had to have a personality or look a certain way, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. All right, Henry Lee. We didn't need to see Alex Grossi behind fucking Pam.
Is that Alex Grossi?
I think so.
Huh. I don't know who that is.
That's like the other end of the pendulum there, I guess. Pam Anderson and Alex Grossi. Wow. A lot of ground between those two.
What is Sal saying? Neely, you and the cat?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I have no idea.
I don't know what anybody's talking about in the chat room. I don't understand the question. I understand the question. I don't agree with the answer. The answer is they don't have to be famous for me to find them hot. I get the question.
Well, and it's not that you have to find them famous to find them hot. I'm just saying, as before Pam got to be known as Pam Anderson in the public eye, before she was noticed, I wonder if she had that kind of, appeal to a mass audience, is what I'm trying to say. Or was she just like the girl next door? She was just another girl. You might see an attractive girl at the ball game, but not necessarily jaw-droppingly stunning, is what I'm saying.
I think the fact that somebody just dropped the camera on her, one out of fucking 10,000 people, they dropped the camera on her, and then somebody immediately went over, found her, and signed her. I think kind of answers that question, doesn't it?
According to the TV show.
Well, no, not that, but I've heard that story well before the fucking Pam and Tommy, that's how she got her start.
Right. Was
that she was on the kiss cam or some bullshit, and somebody that was at the thing saw it and went over and found her.
Yeah.
I've heard that story before. I believe that is a true story.
Well, she had to get her start somewhere.
All right, Harry. That picture was not Sarah Gilbert. That's
Sarah
funny.
Gilbert.
Sarah Gilbert. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, I don't know. I like you suffered through 8 long episodes of fucking Pam and Tommy.
Yeah.
I hope it never comes back. What's next? Pam and Brett, part 1.
Yeah, well, that's probably why there could be 8 more episodes. Is Pam meets Bret Michaels?
Yeah,
wasn't Bret Michaels before Tommy though?
I think he may have been. I don't know. I don't know which was which. I know the Pam and Brett porn is just creepy. You watch it and it's one, I don't know, and you haven't watched either, so you probably don't get it, but I do agree on some level with the lesbians in the Pam and Tommy when they were talking about how it wasn't this disgusting, gross porn, that it was kind of a love story. It really, really was. It was there's a degree of the porn of that video where you watch it, and if you've ever really been in love with some chick, it's the first 3 months of any really deep relationship that you have. That's just you can't wait to see the person, and you're fucking excited every time you see the person and whatnot. And that's what a lot of, there's porn in it. You know, there's definitely Pam sucking his cock in the Jeep and stuff like that. But the lead up to it, where they're just all excited about being in the Jeep and talking about, oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this and we're together and blah, blah, blah. There is kind of a love story aspect to the porn, to that tape. There really is. And I agree with that to some level, but to say that people were watching it to see the love story, that was such a stretch when they had the two lesbians saying, "Oh, it's beautiful." It's just, no.
Pam was operating the camera, and when Tommy was about to come, do you know where she pointed the camera? Right in his eyes. You just see the joy on his face about how happy he was inside of her.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't be?
Because I'm fucking Pam Anderson.
I'm on a luxury liner with a fucking 10-inch cock banging Pam Anderson.
Right.
Why wouldn't you be happy? And just leaving a load all over her goddamn fucking face and giant tits. Why wouldn't you be happy? I would be ecstatic. I might have a heart attack from that. Yeah. I mean, it's. I still think it's a cool video. I don't care what anybody says. It's. I don't get like it's gross or it's seedy or it's underground. I never had that feeling. I was always like, I watched that tape. It's fucking awesome. It is awesome. It's a great tape.
It's a great tape. Love it.
It is. Of all the porn that I watch, that's probably my favorite porn.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, by a lot. All the rest of
what's your favorite part? Tommy honking the horn with his dick?
No, I mean, no, but even that is kind of funny, but that goes back to the part that I was saying before about it's them fucking around. It's a new couple just fucking being a couple, being sexual, being wild.
Just free and easy.
Yeah, just having a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, my favorite part is still Pam sucking his cock on the deck chair in the boat, but I mean, let's not get carried away here. I mean, the girl has some fucking dick sucking skills, but it's still cool to watch. That tape. I compared to every other porn that is just fucking not that. Even all the celebrity porn and whatever is just fucking a little more dirty.
Yeah.
Where this isn't necessarily. I mean, it's dirty, but it's not intentionally dirty. It's just people do dirty things when they're in private.
Sure.
You get with your chick and you fucking stick your dick in the cake and then have her lick the fucking icing off it or whatever. Shit happens.
So funny. Well, if you want to see a train wreck, Hulu, Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson story is on there.
Yeah.
What is the official name of the series?
Just Pam and Tommy.
Is that what it is?
Yep, just Pam and Tommy.
So I'm surprised we're yammering about this for almost 40 minutes and Tim, the biggest Motley Crue hack out there, he hasn't called in once to voice his thoughts.
Well, I like the Tommy parts. The Pam stuff was a little much for me.
That's so funny.
I could hear Tim. I wanted to hear what the beat sounded like when he was banging her in the head.
Right.
I wanted to hear if it sounded like something good off of Generation Swine while he was punching her in the face. Fucking Tim.
Yeah. Well, on another note, this is not related to Pam and Tommy.
Okay.
But it is celebrity related.
Okay.
I'm sure I know the answer here because I'm sure it's the same answer as me. Are you a fan of Cher at all?
Oh, no.
I didn't think so. Me either.
No. Looks like an alien.
Well, regardless of what she looks like with all the plastic surgery and shit.
Oh, what else would there be to appreciate? Her wonderful musical career?
Whatever. She's got a following on social media as a lot of celebrities do.
Sure.
Well, I don't follow her. I just saw a headline today and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because it's just like Cher apologizes for being absent from Twitter.
Oh, what?
So I was like, what the fuck?
Thank God she took the time to tell us that she's sorry for not keeping in touch with us on Twitter.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's just that whole thing. It's just like, well, I apologize. I apologize for my absence from you.
Yeah.
That I haven't shared my greatness with you
Yeah.
on social media lately.
I'm so awesome that I have to remind you that you miss my awesomeness.
Right.
Okay.
After a year away from social media, legendary singer and songwriter Cher took to Twitter and apologized to her fans for being absent from the virtual world as she made her return.
Okay.
She made a triumphant return, I guess.
Well, thank God.
On Friday, March 11th, Cher took to Twitter to explain why she hadn't been active on social media because of personal issues.
Mm-hmm.
Cher, who has nearly 4 million Twitter followers,
Jesus,
interacted with fans and displayed her emotional side, to which the fans responded positively.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. All 4 million gay guys in fucking LA fucking celebrated her coming back to Twitter.
Right. The
Thank God for that.
75-year-old singer received a flood of love and support from the internet.
Oh, good.
Dude, you work with the internet every day. Did the internet ever provide you with some love and support?
No.
Me either. I plug it in, it just works.
I feel love and support when I'm watching Pornhub. That's about it.
But do you get it from the internet, though? Does the internet provide the...
No, not usually.
Support?
Maybe if I was following Cher on Twitter, I would feel it.
What exactly were you going to do, says Cher, who claims she could have helped George Floyd?
Oh, boy. Really?
Yes.
All right.
Trump is willing to sacrifice his Cher's elderly mother to help the economy recover from the coronavirus outbreak, according to Cher.
Trump?
That was one of her tweets.
That was the fucking governor of New York, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or the governor of Pennsylvania, too. Didn't he do that, too?
No, it was the governor. It was Cuomo.
Was it Cuomo? I thought it was the Pennsylvania, the tranny guy in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Wasn't it him, too, that got his mom out of there? But
yeah, he wasn't the governor, though.
No, he was the health minister or some shit.
Yeah.
The fat transvestite guy. He's the health minister or whatever. All right.
Cher's fans were taken aback when she apologized for not being as active on social media platforms as she had previously stated.
Thank God for the apology.
Thank goodness she's back.
Thank God.
Sorry, I've been MIA, Cher said at first. When a fan asked if she was okay, she responded that she was fine, but that she was going through a difficult time. No, I don't think so, says the narrator. We all cry, but there are times when we cry in different ways.
What a fucking self-important jizz bucket. Oh my God.
We become overwhelmed, reach a limit, and then there are the believe hitman. Let's see. And we become overwhelmed, reach a limit, and then are whatever that is.
Okay.
I've been alive since the year dot. Since the year dot.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't read Twitter speak. And these years have been the worst I've ever seen. Add family to that, and you've got a recipe for a disaster cake.
Oh, a disaster cake. Okay.
Disaster cake.
Good.
Cher said she was fine in another tweet, but that she needed to regroup and reboot from time to time.
Right.
I'm a lot better today than I was yesterday. Sometimes I reach what I think is my limit. Then I realize I have miles more limit in me. Cher concluded, and then I find lots more. Last nerves to get on. I need to regroup, reboot, give me a timeout, then say, fuck this. I won't stop, Cher tweeted recently.
Well. Wow, that's serious.
I know. To which fans replied, Cher, no apologies necessary ever.
Oh, thank God.
On Twitter, users rushed to lend a hand.
Oh, good. Thank God they were there for her.
When I think about how long @Cher has stood up for the LGBTQIAPXYZNOMP community and spoken out for us, it makes me cry because I think I've ever seen anyone else at her level do so. I hope she finds happiness every day, one user commented. That's one of the 4 million gay guys in LA that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Never give up, Cher. You are loved and appreciated. I'm glad you took some time to refocus and care for yourself so you can keep fighting for others. She's fighting. What is she doing exactly? She's fighting for others. What? Kicking out a random tweet here and there? You go, girl. Thanks for the fight.
She's fighting heterosexuality.
Yeah, she took to the keyboard and she put up a fight.
She sure did. Then her fellow partner in fight, Bette Midler, said, "Go get him, girl.
Yeah.
Hashtag believe all women." Ugh. Fuck off.
Isn't that funny how people actually put value in the fact that somebody sat at a keyboard and typed out a few words?
Yeah. If it was even her.
Yeah, again. Cher said next. Cher said, Cher the next said, no apologies required ever, said another. Right now, none of us has a compass point in a form of none of us has a compass point in the form of a prayer to guide us in how to live our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Deep breaths will assist your body in coping with the onslaught.
Wow.
Thank you for taking the time to share your viewpoints with the rest of us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for sharing your journey, Cher. Oh, thank you.
We love you, Cher, one user added. It means so much to us that you're here now. You don't have to justify your absence to any of us.
Yeah. Well, nobody asked her to. That's the part that these dumbbells are missing. Who asked her to? She did it on her own. Nobody was like, "Where are you, Cher? Is she okay? She hasn't been on fucking Instagram in a month."
Yeah.
Nobody was asking. Nobody cares.
Another Twitter user added a positive message. Hugs from the entire world.
Oh my God. I can almost hear the fucking cum stain on this guy's breath.
From the entire world.
Oh, brother. Not from this part of the world.
Who are you to speak for the world?
Yeah, not from this part of the world. Jesus.
Yeah, the users that are doing the commenting here, Dylan Kilday, dude. Let's see here. Let's see, share. Chris Geidner, another dude.
Of course.
Yep. And Renee Libby, hugs from the entire world.
Renee Libby, formerly Ralph Libby.
So I thought you would want to know what Cher's up to, the all-important Cher, because she's been off of Twitter for almost a year.
I was wondering.
And she came back and apologized for being away for so long.
Well, thank God she let us know she's okay, right?
Yeah, because I know I was worried about it.
I was terrible. I was looking to turn back time to a time when she used to tweet all the time.
Exactly.
That's what I was turning back time for.
What are we going to do when the celebrities stop tweeting? What are we going to do?
What are we going to do now when they're tweeting? Not pay attention.
We're going to be lost for sure.
Of course, dude. Enough with the fucking Twitter.
So basically it's only the liberal left that uses Twitter. Is that the bastion of the lefties now, is just Twitter?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're constantly popping new shit up, like for the right wing people, but I don't see anybody really gravitating to any of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know where the right probably just, they're busy working, so they don't have time to tweet. But
I know that the blue check thing means you're verified.
Yeah.
But what exactly does the blue check mean?
I think it means that, it means that you've reached a certain level of fans or fame or whatever. But, you know, I think from a functional standpoint, they don't have to deal with all the riffraff.
Okay.
So they don't have to weed through 4,000 fucking messages that come at Cher, you're the greatest, or, you know, they can make some kind of setting. There's some setting that if you're blue check that you can only receive in your feed things from other blue check people, I guess.
Okay. All right. Because I've seen the phrase out there. Well, according to the blue check crowd.
Yeah. Well, that's a big deal in Twitter circles, I guess.
Okay. Well, again, that just goes to show you how much I pay attention or you know anything about it. Yeah.
And as far as the conservatives, quite honestly, I don't think conservatives give a shit about fucking social media.
They don't.
Because there's nowhere. I mean, there's places out there. There's Parler. There's Getter is out there.
Is Parler even still a thing?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
I never even hear anybody mention Parler. I know it was like on an upswing there for a short time, but now I don't even hear a thing about it.
It's there, but I don't know anybody that uses it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I post to it.
That didn't last long. That was not even a year.
Well, they got fucked when they put everything on Amazon and it died.
Yeah, it got pulled.
Yeah, I mean, it died. Nobody went back to it. You have Gab, and Gab is what Gab is. You know, it is definitely free and open, but you do get a lot of lunatics on Gab. There's no doubt about that. It's so funny because I put up our stuff on all these platforms.
Yeah.
And just seeing the different interaction is really funny because it is so different from place to place. Like on YouTube, when we have a video on YouTube or a clip or something, we'll get comments, and the comments will be like, who are you fucking guys to judge what Cher looks like? You guys look like shit. But then the same clip will be on Rumble, and then Rumble's clips will be like, every chick in Hollywood is a man, and she's really a man, and really all of Hollywood are aliens. I mean, it just goes like so far into the crazy on that. And then like with Odyssey, it kind of lands somewhere in the middle in the comments from the Odyssey videos. So it really is kind of funny to watch all this different shit. You know, and I haven't figured out where like our crowd actually is. I guess Facebook. It seems like our crowd has kind of stayed on Facebook.
Okay.
But, you know, like even Truth Social, I got us a Truth Social page. We're, what are we at? CMS Rocks on Truth Social.
Okay.
And I think we have 19 followers or something like that. I mean, nothing. And I admittedly, I've not even added it to the website, and I just now mentioned it for the first time. So who would know that we're there? But you know, I mean, is that going to be the thing because Trump is on it? You know, is it going to explode once Trump truths or whatever? I don't know I think he calls his posts truths.
Okay.
Because when you push the button to submit it, it says like submit your truth or some shit.
Okay.
But you know, I mean, I don't know if that's going to be the one, and everybody's waiting to see how that plays out, or if Gab and Minds are going to just be the ones and they're just kind of underground or what? I don't know. I don't know what works and what doesn't anymore. I don't care. I hate social media. I don't care if it all goes away.
Dude, as you're well aware, I'm not a part of any of it. That's why I have to ask you these questions, because
Sure.
I don't know anything about it, nor do I really care. I'm just curious when I see stuff. Like, what are they making reference to?
I'm on it for the show. I don't have any personal pages, none. It's funny. I was talking to a publicist friend of mine this week, and you know who Tommy Vext is? You probably don't.
No.
He was in a band called Bad Wolves, and he was in a band called Divine Heresy. And,
I know Bad Wolves.
Yeah, well, he was the singer of Bad Wolves.
Okay.
And he got kicked out of Bad Wolves because of his politics.
Okay.
So now he's, going the other way, really, really going the other way with his music. And now he's on message. His song is called Trust the Science, which is just an absolute fucking murder of Dr. Fauci and fucking vaccines and all this other shit, right?
Okay.
So, but he's a fairly big name. I mean, even Bad Wolves.
Yeah.
And so I interviewed Tommy Vext last week, and the publicist hit me up and asked me when it was going to go up, and I told her, and I said, but I can't put it on YouTube because it'll get my whole account shut down.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, I know, it just is the way it is these days. And it's like, dude, why is it like that? Why is it that this guy can't have a fucking view and say it? And the interesting thing is that this Tommy Vext, he said, like, he took a real shot at the band The Offspring.
Okay.
For firing their drummer because he wouldn't get the COVID shot.
All right.
And he said that on my interview. So I pulled that. I actually pulled it and put it out there as a quote. And I let all the news people know it. Not a sniff on that. And I mean, no offense, but I got websites that grabbed the Jizzy audio of Jizzy saying, yeah, we're gonna rework some old songs.
Right, with Frankie Banali will be on them.
Yeah. But so I can get press with that because that doesn't offend anybody's party line. But God forbid I put out a piece of news from a guy that's a lot more high profile, but doesn't play by the narrative. Then nobody will touch it.
Right.
Because they're afraid that it'll affect their algorithms with Google.
Right.
It's like, fuck. It's
being controlled.
Yeah. It's when you can actually look at it and see it, it should scare you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is I know for the average person, they don't look at it and truly see it. They just think it's guys like me and you just whining about it. But it is a very true thing about the censorship right now.
Yeah, well, it's suppressing information.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's picking and choosing what the giant overlords want the public to hear and see and know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's scary as, here's a guy that's, he's got millions of people that listen to his music. Bad Wolves is a big band. And, and he can't be heard because he's not saying, go get your shot, wear your mask, do all that bullshit. Because he's on the opposite side, he has to be silenced. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. It's crazy. Just nuts, man.
Yeah. Well, we're not, you can't hear from this person because he doesn't play along.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It makes no sense, but they do their best to, they either silence them or they take the ones that are the most radical and they'll promote them because they just look like fucking lunatics. Like Ted Nugent.
Yeah. Well, they try to put a bad spin on that.
Yeah. I mean, Ted does come off like a lunatic. Let's be honest.
He does come off, bizarre or not bizarre, but just a little bit too far to the right.
Yeah, exactly. And so they're happy to promote him. They're happy to promote Kid Rock because Kid Rock comes off like a lunatic a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore those guys are fine. But somebody that actually has like common sense and some thought, can't talk to them. Can't have them on there.
Mm-mm.
Joe Rogan needs to be canceled.
Yep.
He's dangerous.
Dangerous.
He's dangerous with the misinformation.
Yeah, he spouts dangerous ideologies.
Yeah, just it's sad to me that there's not more people that don't agree with the message but are still willing to stand up for the right.
Mm-hmm.
And not the right wing, but the right, what is right?
Yeah.
What is the right thing to do?
Right. The right principles or.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, are there things that I wish could not be said? Yes. Westboro Baptist Church, when they're outside fucking protesting a soldier's funeral or whatever, I wish to God the next thing I would see is some fucking garbage truck running them over in the street. I absolutely wish that was like the follow-up scene that would show on the news or whatever. But I would never want lunatics like that to ever be told to shut up. They shouldn't be told to shut up. We should be able to see what everybody says and make our determinations based on that. Yeah. We should have to have responsibility into our own thought processes and make our decisions without the guidance of the great master government.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking sickening.
I agree.
But anyway, I don't know how I got there from Cher, but okay.
Well, it's the social media. It's what we're talking about, and how certain people are allowed to have a voice and others are not.
Yeah, it's just sad, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, I say we take a break, and since you brought up the band Bad Wolves, do you have a Bad Wolf song you would like to hear?
I really didn't like Bad Wolves, so
you didn't like them?
No, but I'll go with the Vex song, and the fans are gonna hate it because it has a little rappy guy in it too. But play Trust the Science, Vex, Tommy Vext, or it's called the Lone Wolf Tommy Vext, but it's called Trust the Science.
Oh. So it's not Lone Wolf, or it's not Bad Wolves then?
No, it's just Tommy Vext because he's been kicked out of Bad Wolves because. Right. So this is his first foray outside, I think. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Bad Wolves. Like I hated that zombie song. Ooh, the Cranberries cover.
The remake.
Not my thing.
Didn't she die like right when she was recording that with that what's her name, Reardon?
Yeah, Dolores O'Riordan.
And she'd come back from a recording session recording that song with them or something, or shortly after, and
she's probably heard the rough cut.
So what is the name of the tune I'm looking for?
Trust the Science.
Okay, here. Let's see here. I guess I'll have to type that in.
Yeah, it's let me see here. YouTube. Trust the Science. Tommy Vext. It should come right up. If you just type in Trust the Science, Tommy Vext. It's Tommy Vext / the Lone Wolf. Trust the Science featuring Topher.
Okay.
And I guess Topher's some right wing rapper guy.
Okay.
So the song's pretty heavy, though. I will say that it's fucking heavy.
All right. Caught me off guard here. Trust the Science, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Got it. All right. Well, we're going to play a few tunes. We'll come back. So here it is. It's Tommy Vext, formerly of Bad Wolves. And it's Trust the Science exclusively here
on your Classic.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Classic Metal Show. Get all of our episodes uncensored at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. Join us weekly from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Eastern at www.cmsradio.net. Participate in the live chat room at www.chatandkill.com. Once again, thank you for checking out The Classic Metal Show with Neeley and Chris. Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. And hail